Hey y'all, welcome back to Homemade Simple. If we've not met before, I'm Lori. I love to share videos all about homemaking and frugal living. I'm really glad you're here today, and I'm excited about today's topic because it is actually a requested topic for us to talk about. So one of my viewers requested that I talk a little bit about homemaking and hospitality and how to work those two things together so that we can be running a hospitable home while still not feeling overwhelmed or overcome by too much stress and anxiety when it comes to inviting people into our homes, sharing a meal with them, and all of the ins and outs that are required whenever we do show hospitality to our friends, neighbors, and family. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm really excited. I hope that you will be willing to share all of your hospitality secrets and tips down below. Let's get started. Before we get too far into the video, I want to thank Fitville for sponsoring today's video. Fitville is a revolutionary shoe company who tries to help all of us lead active, healthy, energetic lives by nourishing and nurturing our feet while we are doing our daily activities. So I have recently begun wearing shoes from Fitville, and they are so comfortable. I feel like my feet are supported throughout the day, and I am so thankful for that because I have a really bad problem with foot pain. My feet hurt all of the time, especially in the mornings, and I have chosen the Brisk Walk shoe from Fitville. I can slip my foot into the shoe right when I get out of bed. My feet are able to be supported and have comfort all throughout the day, even if it's a busy day like we're gonna have today, going shopping, taking care of the baby, doing all of the housework that needs to be done, especially when we're doing extra to prepare for our guests coming. I can have a comfortable base and balance on my feet and feel good throughout the day. If you are someone who suffers from plantar fasciitis, heel pain, bone spurs, arthritis, neuropathy, any kind of foot ailment, Fitville is a perfect place for you to go to try to find some comfort and relief. Their shoes have wide toe boxes so that your toes don't feel cramped in your shoes throughout the day. The shoes have very good support in the arches and in the heels. Fitville shoes are an excellent option if you have any kind of foot pain. Another really helpful thing about Fitville shoes is they offer wide varieties. I know Chris always has to buy wide shoes. His foot happens to just not fit in a normal shoe bed, but the wide shoes at Fitville are going to be perfect if you struggle with feeling too claustrophobic or stuck in your regular shoes. These shoes are always going to be plenty wide enough. So if you are suffering from any kind of issues with your feet, I hope that you will check out the link down below for Homemade Simple viewers, and it will take you right to the Fitville website. You can choose from hundreds of shoe options, and then make sure that you put in the code LORI30, and they will give you an extra 30% off, even of a discounted price. So I hope that you will check out Fitville, and I hope that you will find the relief that I have found using Fitville shoes. Okay, now back to being a hospitable homemaker. It is really good for us to use our homes to be blessings for others. There are so many wonderful opportunities and blessings that come from us opening up our homes to our neighbors, our friends, our families, and just having an opportunity to spend quality time with the people that we love. So we do want to be hospitable, but what we don't want to do is overwhelm ourselves and just be completely burnt out by the time everybody leaves and never want to do it again. So let's talk about some strategies that will help us to keep from being overwhelmed and overstressed, but allow us to open up our homes to the people that we love. First of all, it is really important that we keep everything simple. If we are going to open up our homes, we don't want to make it so difficult and so overwhelming that it becomes a chore or a sense of anxiety. What we want is to keep everything on a simple and basic level so that we can enjoy the company of our friends and family, but also be able to enjoy a manageable level of stress. So when we make our menu, we're going to make sure that we have simple, easy to follow recipes, and we don't try to make everything from scratch and reinvent the wheel in our meals. We are not trying to impress our family with the level of difficulty of the food that we provide. What we really want to do is facilitate an opportunity to get to know them better, to share laughter and joy together, and we are not going to be in a good frame of mind when they arrive if we have become frazzled by the difficult nature of the meal that we have made. So keep the menu simple, something like roast, things that you can cook in the crock pot or instant pot, a one-dish meal that you can throw into a casserole dish and put in the oven while you go and do the other things that need to be done before your guests arrive. The crock pot is an excellent option. You can put all of the ingredients together in the crock pot, let it go while you do the other things that need to be done. So try to keep in mind the simplest and easy options are always going to be the best options to keep you from feeling overwhelmed and overstressed. Another thing I like to do is just schedule out all of the things that need to be done between now and the time my guests are going to arrive. So if I have all of the rooms in my house that need to be straightened up, I will list all of the rooms and I will list how much time it's going to take for that task to be completed. And then also don't forget to enlist help. Your family is there to be your support system. So ask your husband, ask your kids to do the things. Maybe they can even choose the things that they would prefer to do. And that way it's not all on you to do all of the housework and all of the cooking, but you still get a nice final result and everybody feels like they have participated and given some of themselves for this event. And speaking about enlisting help, it's going to be necessary that you let go of perfection. If your child is 10 years old and has volunteered to clean the bathroom, let them clean the bathroom and be okay with whatever results. If you assign your 10-year-old the bathroom and then they do the best they can and then you go in and try to improve on the work that they've done, that's going to be demoralizing for them and they're not going to want to help next time. So if your guests are offended by the fact that your bathroom is not spotless clean, then you probably have the wrong guests. I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, and nobody is going to go through and scrape their finger on your baseboards while they're in the bathroom and be offended because the bathroom is not spotless. That does not happen, and you don't have to worry about it. So give your family members the authority to do their job the best that they can, and then let it be. Let go of all of the perfection tendencies that we as homemakers tend to have and just appreciate the beauty of a job well done. And then when you're working on the tasks that are left for you, remember to not lose your joy. When you are completing these tasks of housework, just remember that the blessing of this opportunity is going to be found when your guests arrive and you are all enjoying one another's company. All of the cleanliness in your home is going to be in the background and no one really is going to notice. So just remember what the real focus is meant to be on, and then you can try to keep your joy focused on the anticipation of enjoyable company that's going to be there in a couple of hours or in a couple of days. Try not to allow the stress of a to-do list to overwhelm you to the point that you lose all of the joy that is found in this process. If you come across a situation where you feel really stressed and overwhelmed by a task on your to-do list, stop a minute and think about the things that have to be done in order for this room or this task to be completed. Take it small step by step, and that will help you to sort of really see it's not as bad as it seems. It won't take near as long as it looks like it will take, and you do not have to have everything perfect. One last thing I want to talk about is the value of less. Whenever I used to have people over on a regular basis, we would spend an entire afternoon throwing things into closets, throwing things into baskets, and just trying to get the house looking presentable by hiding all of our junk. But now we have reduced the level of clutter in our home to the point that it takes minimal time and there's no hiding of anything. We don't shove stuff in a closet and close the door. That's in the past. We don't have to do that anymore because we have gone through the work of decluttering and getting rid of all of the extras that were just burdening the home with extra clutter. So while you might not be able to do that for your next hospitality event, in your mind, try to come up with time and a schedule for decluttering all of the extra mess of stuff that you do not want, do not need, do not like, and that will really give you the freedom to open up your home on a more regular basis without feeling overwhelmed or overtaxed by all of the work that goes into getting your house clean. The fewer things you have in your home, the less time it's going to take to clean everything up. That's just the way the math works. And getting rid of all of the extra stuff that you don't like or don't need is really going to give you a sense of peace. Whenever you know someone is coming, you can clean everything up in 30 minutes to 1 hour. That will really help in the level of stress that you feel when you open up your home to your friends and family. I hope that this video has helped you just a little in preparing yourself mentally, physically, emotionally for inviting people into your home and offering up hospitality to your friends and family and neighbors without overwhelming yourself. It's never good to be in a place of overwhelm and to feel like you have too much to do or you are overburdened. So I hope that a few of these tips and pointers in this video will help you in hosting your next event at your home. And as always, I would love to hear all of your tips. I hope that you will take a minute and share some of your best ideas and tips for showing hospitality in your home. I would love to read all of those comments, and I know that other viewers will as well. I'm really glad that you're here today. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.